What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at a display from Jupiter, the Pana 34. Now, the Pana 34 is more than just a display. It has a touch surface, it has a pen that comes with it, it can recline into the drafting position, includes a 4K camera, built-in mics and speakers, whole lot of goodness to unpack there. We're going to get into all that in a second, but first we're going to unbox the device. We'll take a look at it physically before we get it set up at our desk, and then we'll start demoing its capabilities at the desk itself. Before getting to all that, if you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button below, throw a like on the video if you find it useful, share this content with all of your friends, appreciate the support. Let's check out the Pana 34. Now, before we tear open the box, we'll point out a little bit of the packaging itself. We can see up front, 34 inches, camera up top, 21:9 aspect ratio. And down here at the bottom, it says actual size. So we are looking at the size that the display will actually be once it's out of the box. Flipping the box to the back, we can see this is what the display will look like when it's in its downward drafting position. We have the touch pen that is included, and your camera, again, mounted right up at the top there. Let's get it out of the box. Okay, to unbox the Pana 34, we can see we've got the open tabs right down here with the front of the box facing up. With the top open on the box, we've got a very handy instruction sheet right here. This gives us easy step-by-step instructions for how to set this thing up. Set that off to the side, and everything else is pretty nicely labeled. We've got our 4K camera right up here on the upper left. We've got the cables down here, a power adapter. We've got the base, obviously by the shape right here, the arm that attaches to that base and the display, our touch pen, and even included tools to put it all together. Taking the cables out, we can see we've got USB-C to USB-C right here. We've got our power adapter cable right there. Pulling the power adapter out, we've got our brick and power. Pulling the camera out, the top just lifts off on that, and we've got the first view of our camera inside. Touch pen, lifting the top off on that. You can see our touch pen right inside with the charging cable down underneath of it. As I mentioned, included screwdriver and the needed screws. The base here at the bottom has a protective cloth over it, and this is substantial in weight. Holding it, I can tell you, it is a heavy piece of material. It is meant to sit nice and flat to where that larger 34 inch is not going to go anywhere, no matter which position you tilt it to. You've got a heavy base with a wide bottom to make sure that display is solid on your desktop. And we've got the arm, again, in protective cloth. You can see we've got a little bit of branding at the back there. This will attach to our base down here, and then this will attach to the display using the Visa mounts at the back of it. There is an immense amount of protective foam to make sure that not just the components, but especially that larger display is protected during travel. So we'll lift that on out. Now, as you can see, our display, we have the back of the display facing up. We have a protective styrofoam sheet over it, but instructions are present. Before we lift this thing out, we can see fingers pointing in both directions, and step one shows that while we're still in the box here, we'll connect that arm, and then after we connect the arm, we'll connect the base, and then we're good to lift it out. So we'll tear a little hole here. It's already perforated for us. We'll expose the Visa mounts at the back, and we'll get our arm connected. With the 4 provided screws and the provided screwdriver, we'll take the arm and we will connect it where we see the spots on the display to connect it to. As we can see by the picture, we're going to kind of have the arm folding back this way toward the front of the box. Now, with the styrofoam pulled back, and before we put our base on here, I want to point out all of our ports over here on the left. We've got 2 USB up here. We got USB-A and then the USB for our touchscreen. We've got USB-C. We have an HDMI display and a display port. We've got power and then, of course, an audio port as well. Now, to attach the base on the bottom, we need to flip it around to the back and pull this out. That is going to screw in So we will take this, slide it into place, and then we will make sure it is firmly attached by screwing this bolt in and completing the arm and base installation. And with the heavier base in play, we can see, yes, this thing moves nicely. It will fold into the desired position. Now, an important note, if we pull back our foam even more, on both sides, you will see that we've got these speaker enclosures. This is where the built-in speakers are located. We have instructions to not lift the display out by the speaker bases. Instead, use the arm to lift the display out. So we'll pull that right on out, leaves some of our packaging inside. After lifting it out, we've got it set on our workbench here. A couple things to point out. We're going to cable everything up. But while we're looking at the back, we've got this little rubber piece here. It pulls right on out. This is where the camera will connect into the device, should you want to use the included camera. Now, obviously there's some flexibility built in here. The display can be used with just being a display. You don't have to use the included camera. Or let's say you've got a camera that you want to use because of various AI functions. Something like the Jupiter Pana 20 with its different AI types of features. You could use that and leave the included 4K camera off, but it does have this spot to connect in without all the cabling in case you want to use that. Okay, first up, let's get power set up. We've got our power cable and the brick here. We will connect those two, and then with those connected, we take this end and put that right into our port for power. Then we've got our USB-C cable that will connect back to our dock or computer or whatever we're connecting back to. Plug that into the USB-C spot there. And again, we've got a couple different display ports, an audio port, and 2 USB ports right up top. We're going to leave those alone at this time because we're just showing off what's included in the box, but you've got the added capability there. Now to connect the included 4K camera, a couple things I'll show you before we do that. The camera has an adjustable tilt to it here, so we can have it aimed in different directions. We can go horizontal, vertical, lots of adjustments that can be included if you need to manually adjust the field of view that you're working with. We can see that we've got a USB connector on the bottom that will connect in to that space on the display itself right there. Coming around to the back, we get a view of what will be everything from here on up will be showing. The rest will be connected into that spot. And it also includes a privacy cover. So the privacy cover, you'll notice we've got a little groove at the bottom and a couple grooves right up top. The inside of that privacy cover has grooves that match up. So we'll slide that together. And once it's clicked into place, the front of that privacy cover flips open so that you can use the camera. And then if you need the privacy feature, you'll just flip it right back down. That is an optional component. The camera looks just fine without it if you don't need it, but kind of handy if you're concerned about privacy on cameras, which many of us are. Once you're ready, it will just slide in right up top. Finally, taking a closer look at our included pen for that touchscreen, we've got a USB-C port here, which will allow us to keep the pen charged. We've got a couple different buttons here for functionality on the pen, and of course the tip down here. And underneath where the pen goes, we've got that USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And at the very back of the Pana 34, we've got this little indentation right up top, just about the right size for a pen. It is a magnetic spot to attach your touch pen so that it is always handy. You know where it's at, but it's hidden out of sight behind the display. Still very accessible, but out of sight. One last little piece that almost hid itself in the box from me is a replacement nib for the pen. So some instructions on how to replace that point if you ever need to do that. Keep that handy somewhere where you won't forget which drawer you put it in. The display itself has a bezel-less edge with ultra clear glass. It has 165 Hz refresh rate with FreeSync Premium. It has a 1 millisecond response time and is HDR certified. And as far as that touchscreen goes, it has 4,096 levels of pen pressure sensitivity. The included 4K camera has an ultra-wide 124-degree field of view. You can manually pan the camera depending on where you are positioned in relation to the display. You can manually tilt the camera. This is going to be helpful if you have the display being tilted into a drafting position. And it includes the optional privacy shutter that you can install or you can leave off if you have no need for it. The audio capabilities of the display features a 24-watt custom designed speaker system on both sides of the display right here at the edge. It includes the use of a classic tweeter through bass reflex architecture. With the display tilted down into the drafting position, we can see the 8 beamforming microphone array that is located at the bottom, offering various levels of noise canceling capabilities. We also see a power button over here on the far right. And with the display plugged in, we'll push that power button on the bottom right side as it's facing us, and we see it power up for the first time. And once the Pana 34 fully powers on and is connected into whatever port, display port, HDMI, USB-C, whatever you're using to connect into your system, this is what we see. And it is quite, the lighting and the camera may not be doing as much justice, I don't think it is, to what I'm seeing, but this is a very premium display experience. Backing things up a little to see the entire display, I've got a Alienware laptop connected in to 2 other displays, just some Dell displays over on the side, 24 inches, and then we've got the Pana 34 34-inch 21.9 display over on the far right. Yeah, I think it's kind of stealing the show in this case. Okay, so I've mentioned the drafting position a couple times. We see the display sitting up in its standard use case right here. It's as easy as just kind of gently grabbing the edges and pulling it on down into the drafting position that you want. You can lay it down nice and flat. You can adjust that angle if you need to. If you need to be on a webcam or on video while you're doing this and you're using the built-in camera, you'll just tilt it up to face you, open up that privacy shutter, and you've got the camera facing you. You're in drafting position. And to bring it back to its full upright position, you just, again, gently grab the edges, bring it back up. Nice fluid motion, not a lot of it. It's not heavy, too hard, too difficult. It's a nice fluid motion up and down. One little tip that I just noticed, if you had your camera adjusted, you may want to tilt it back facing you again before turning it back on. Otherwise, that view might be coming down and maybe not the most flattering view at that point, depending on where it's pointing. You get what I'm saying? So be aware of your camera angle at all times, depending on the readjusting of the positioning of the display, but lots of flexibility there. All right, to use the Pana 34 as a touch display, I have attached a touch-enabled USB cable at the back, brought that back over to the Alienware laptop, and now we're able to interact with the screen. I can push my home button here. We can bring up our browser window. We've got the Pana 34 page in front of us. Now, I have on a lapel mic, which is what we're recording the mic audio through. That's what you're hearing now. We're going to go ahead and scroll on up to the top here, play a little bit of this video, just so you get a sense of the immersiveness of the screen and what those speakers sound like coming back this way. It's a pretty intense and immersive experience. When I say intense, I mean in the best way possible. Bezel-less edge, flex stand. The marketing video is really pretty good, so really wanted to incorporate that into this experience here. And the other cool thing about this video is we're getting a sense of that 21:9 aspect ratio, the video taking up the entire screen demoing that. Forgot to mention, Windows Hello Authentication supported with the provided camera. Gaming optimal. We'll demo that in just a minute. There you are, the Pana 34 product video on the Pana 34 itself. Pretty awesome experience. To demo the audio and video capabilities of the Jupiter Pana 34, you can see we've got the screen being captured, my video being captured. OBS Studio is up. We are recording in OBS Studio, so you're getting that recording now. The video feed is the Pana 34. The audio feed is also the Pana 34. So you have proof that what we are recording, the video you're seeing, is the 4K camera included with the Jupiter Pana 34 and the 8 beamforming microarray included on the display as well. That's what you're hearing. As I bring the video image to full screen size so that you kind of get a better sense of what that image actually looks like through this 4K camera, you'll notice that ultra wide 124 degree field of view. Now, if you want to change that, you want to zoom that in, you need to use camera controls to actually go in, zoom in, and make sure your default position is where you want it to be for whatever application you're using it for. If you're good with all the extra context of the room, you can leave it as is. Also, keep in mind that the camera comes with the ability to swivel it manually. You can reach up, you can adjust the pan manually, we can adjust the tilt to wherever you need it to be, and you'll want to position it to where it is pretty much eye level with you. So if it's a little high with where you sit in your seat, just bring the whole display down. If you find that you're really tall and it's a little low, bring the display a little bit up, and that way you get that eye-to-eye view, and you can adjust your camera control settings to get the proper zoom level that you want. With that, hopefully it gives you a good sense of what the audio and video capabilities are like with the Pana 34, should you choose to use this device as not just an amazing display, but you actually want to go beyond that to audio and video for streaming, meetings, whatever the case may be. Okay, we are going to go ahead and fire up Paint, because Paint is a very sophisticated inking app, right? So with Paint up on our screen, we'll bring the display down to drafting position, right? We've got it all the way down here, nice and easy to draft. We've got our pen that we have charged with the included charging cable, USB-C on this end, plugged it into the USB-A in the back of the device. And with that, we can now start writing on here. So I can write my name, really not that great at it. It's Valentine's Day, and we'll make some hearts in here. We'll maybe change the color of the heart to be red, and maybe make a Valentine's card to send to my wife to say, sorry, I'm making a video on Valentine's Day. But you get the idea. You can ink on this thing with the included pen. Paint is not the best application to be demonstrating that, but it does let you see, hey, there's lots of capabilities here. So whether it's Microsoft OneBoard, whatever the case may be, we've got touch capabilities, we've got inking capabilities. We are good to go for a very immersive and inclusive experience. And there it is, the Jupiter Pana 34 display. This is going to change the way that I consume content on my desktop. I'll tell you that for sure. Hopefully you found it helpful, and if you did, please throw a like down below, subscribe if you're not already, share it all over your social media accounts. Thanks for the support, and I hope that we'll see you back here for the next device overview video.